two, fight.
Welcome back to the Stoop football fans. It's your boy Lolo, and it looks like I left the round two fight sound in there, but I guess it is time to start some fighting. This man who's creeping over my shoulder right here is not a happy camper, and I know most of you Leeds fans out there aren't happy campers right now. Of course, in the comment section, it seems that some of you guys are getting a little bit tired with this, and some of you guys are saying chill out, there's no way we're going down. So it's going to be an interesting one to debate tonight. So I hope you guys are ready for this. Leeds United was not the only match that was played today. There were other matches, and unfortunately for Leeds, Burnley was able to beat Tottenham, who are having their own fucking struggles, which I'd love to see. But it's an interesting one going on today. So Leeds United lost 6-0 to Liverpool, who were scoring at will, which it looked like. So let's get the show started. But before we do, don't forget, please do the holy trinity of YouTube, the like, subscribe, share, as Father Ted says. Oh, I go on. Drink. And here we go. So let's get this show started. I see in the Stoop crew audience, we have our all crew. The all vampires are we, the ones who stayed up till 3 a.m. to watch this show, to hear us talking about Leeds United. So let's bring on my lovely co-host, the only living Wolves fan in New York, as we love to call him, Mr. Mark. Good to see you, my friend.
I think I'm just the only, and I might even be the oldest living Wolves fan, but in Brooklyn, not in New York.
Brooklyn,
I'm sure there are out there some Wolves fans out in Queens, not Staten Island, because nobody goes to Staten Island, at least not to watch football.
Mark, I guess. Yeah, it's our last day to be friends until tomorrow comes. So why don't we not talk about our match at all, and talk a little bit about all the stuff that happened today. Crystal Palace beat Watford. That was fun. Oh, there we go. Round two fight. But Burnley beat Tottenham. That was surprising, and
that was a little more than I expected. I expected a draw in that one.
Yeah,
I really thought it was good. What does Burnley do? They draw. They're not going to win.
What's up, Stan?
Especially against Tottenham, especially as well as their defense played in the prior match against City. This was just like a fluke at the end. And I guess Harry Kane probably would have preferred to play in the snow for this one.
Yeah, well, here we go. Arsenal and Wolves fans going, hey, I like that result. I'll take that result right there. But let's get to the show, Mark. Because clearly,
let's do this.
Maybe do I give you a chance to say something before we open the floodgates to the Leeds fans who are waiting to get on the show?
No. We just open
the
floodgates.
Open the floodgates.
We haven't had this in a long time.
All right, guys. You guys are in for a treat tonight. And if you guys aren't watching this live, happy Thursday. And you guys are in for a treat because I'm sure he's in fine form. He's already told us to fuck off, and we didn't even do anything today. So I'm sure he's already called Mark Spawny Mark more than once, and Mark hasn't even said anything. So you guys know him. You love him. We always love having this fella on the show. The maker, the guy, the cause of many of the Leeds United Stoop crew that we have. This guy right here giving us the two fingers. Bring him on, Mr. James Lufk Reeves from New Orleans. What's going on, my man? How are you?
Oh, my God.
Good answer. Okay, moving on.
It's carnival. It's carnival. I've been watching some shitty fucking football, but I'm drinking some good beer. So
good.
Me
on too. You, cheers to you, man.
Hey, right? Cheers.
I'm drinking Bodega Run. Bodega Run. If you haven't tried it, it's delicious.
Anyway.
So, James, the big question is, of course, how do you feel about this match and everything? But I've seen a lot of people turning on Bielsa, people who have been standing by Bielsa for the longest time, and I hated writing this, but it begs the question. Is there something severely broken at Leeds United? So go ahead and give me your assessment of the match today, and then we'll dig into all of that, James.
Yeah, I mean, I think his last few matches have really exposed Bielsa, unfortunately. So the man marking system is not working. You can't man mark when you don't have the talent to mark. So that's an issue. It's. I mean, we're just getting. Yeah, we're just getting. I mean, they're running through us like we're like a hot knife through butter. Like we're not. We don't even exist. I mean, defensively, we are awful. I mean, really bad. And Strzok has been exposed the last couple of matches. It's just not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you about it. It's just it's awful. It's awful to watch. It's embarrassing. I mean, there's no excuse for us being defeated, 6-0 and 7-0 and scores like that. I mean, it's just I don't care about the talent discrepancy. It's really embarrassing. So, and you have a manager who doesn't seem to want to adjust things, and we need to adjust, his tactics. That's it.
Yeah,
it's bad, man. It's really bad.
So do you find it's the man marking?
I think
it's
so,
the man marking element is the biggest problem.
I just don't think we have the personnel to do that. We don't have the personnel to do it. I think that we start off the match at a high level, but we don't score. So then once we don't score, once we give up a goal, then it's like, okay, well, I don't know. I mean, people seem to give up. I mean, today it was readily apparent to me that the team just gave up. I mean, after we gave up the penalties and all, the squad just yeah, fuck it. So I don't know. It's disturbing, man. I mean, look, Marcelo Bielsa will forever for me be like a very special manager in Leeds history. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he's the person to keep us where we're at. I mean, I think that system managers are very easy to figure out, and that's an issue as well. And I think people have probably figured him out, and especially teams that have superior talent, which is essentially 90% of the Premiership has superior talent to us. So it's an issue.
Yeah. And as here, Matthew Burgess,
because I'm drunk.
No, it does. It does. It does 100%.
Right.
Matthew Burgess here says you need runners in central midfield. Last year, our best form was KP, Dallas, Cleach.
Yeah.
Too easy to overrun in the midfield.
Right.
And I think you're told.
Non-existent. It might as well just.
But the big thing to me was missed chances, because there were moments in the first half before you gave up a goal where you guys played some balls and you broke through, yet nothing happened in the final third, and then a penalty, and then I look away and I look back and there's a penalty, and now you're down 1-0, and
But
then
that has been sort of an MO all year round, right? I mean, it's been we start off the match just pressing and doing well and creating chances, but not converting anything. I mean, and then we give up a goal and then it's over, and I don't know. I mean, I've seen that all year long.
So does this make you look back at the January transfer window? This is a moment that I'm dreading for Arsenal, where 3 or 4 bad results in a row, and now we're going, what the fuck did we not do in the January transfer window? And
right.
Marcelo Bielsa was saying, we have what we need.
Right. And that's apparently not the case. I mean, we had like offers on loan. I mean, Van de Beek was offered to us on loan. We had like opportunities to strengthen the club, especially in the midfield. And, whether it was Bielsa or Orta or whoever, decided not to do it. And, Bielsa wants a small club. And it undermined him at Marseille when all of his players left to go to the African Cup of Nations, and he was left with nothing. And the same thing is happening now. I mean, injuries have apparently, it's, I don't know. Look, a couple of weeks ago, had you talked to me and said, okay, well, are we safe? I've been like, I think we're safe. Now, I don't know. I mean, now I'm thinking, Nottingham Forest, first match next year, next season.
Well, you look at teams like Nottingham Forest, you look at Middlesbrough, like they're making improvements. And unfortunately, Leeds United have only lost players. I mean, Who did you bring in? Firpo? Dan James? That's it? Meanwhile, Calvin Phillips has been out most of the season. Paddy Bamford has been out most of the season. You saw last season when Calvin Phillips went out, you guys dropped tremendously. Why not find some sort of cover?
Again, I will be so upset. I hate the fucking scabs.
So James, I hate to ask you this question, but is it time to say Bielsa out?
Yeah.
I mean, there is a reason why Bielsa only signs 1-year contracts, because he can turn a team around.
Yeah,
but can he continue? There's a reason he's never won anything, really.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I was never one of those people, but now I'm starting to sort of see the light in a way that maybe we've gone as far as we can with Marcelo. I hate to say that because I love the man. I mean, I appreciate everything he's done for the club. But at the same time, I don't know. I think at some point, he's not Leeds, man. I mean, Leeds is bigger than Marcelo Bielsa.
Yeah.
And people need to understand that. Bielsa is not infallible. The club is bigger than him. We have endured all sorts of crap over the decades, and we'll survive. I mean, the Leeds will survive. We're bigger than Marcelo Bielsa, and we'll continue. So I'm not worried about that. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm thinking that this is, would anybody else have kept his job?
Judas.
Given these results, would anybody else have kept his job losing 7-0, 6-0, 4-2? I mean, come on, man. I mean, there's nobody who would have kept his job with those results. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Mark, anything to add, or should I add some more fuel to this fire?
I say you throw some fuel on this fire.
All right.
There's just so much to digest on what James has just said.
Absolutely. I kind of feel like you and I are just kicking back. And
the biggest issue is that the schedule doesn't, there's no prolonged break in your schedule. I mean, you're playing a tough team and then a kind of an up and comer and then back and forth and back and forth and back. There's no you get Watford, Norwich, and Newcastle in a 3-game stretch or a 3-week stretch. There's nothing like that for you. So there's no opportunity. I mean, y'all are going to have to steal some games to avoid relegation. And if you guys can just get healthy, which is such a hard thing to say right now, Bamford is probably out for the season. There's just no everything I read, there's no progress there. But y'all don't want to hear about the Wolverhampton fan talking about Leeds. We got somebody else to talk about.
Well, one second, just to give a little credit to Jimmy over here, Bremer's Ghost, who has said time and again, yes, we got beat. Like today, he said, yes, we got beat 6-0 to Liverpool. But these are the matches we've been begging to play for 16 years. Mm-hmm. We know these matches. We know we're not going to beat Liverpool, but we should put up a fight. And so this is where I think our other guest is getting so upset about is, yes, we don't expect Leeds to beat Liverpool, but we expect a competition. And today was not a competition.
No, I mean, we're not competitive with those clubs. And the fact remains is that there's no excuse for Leeds to lose 7-0 and 6-0 to anybody. I don't give a fuck who it is. That is, it's absurd to me. So, fuck it. It's really
I mean, for me, what I saw a team that executed very well to a certain point, but just didn't have the personnel to execute perftly. I mean,
and before anybody,
seriously, like
I saw
when Dan James cut off the keeper.
Fuck that.
When Dan James comes off and it's a heavy touch by the keeper. Is it Allison Ederson? Yeah. I don't know
Allison.
Whoever it is, Allison. He gives it a heavy touch, and Dan James is there. There's contact. There was talk by the commentators. He goes down and stays down. That might be a penalty. That sort of fight and that Leeds was showing earlier on. I agree that they gave up, but they gave up when it was 4-0.
Yeah,
I mean there was fight. Yeah. There was fight. I didn't like the substitutions at halftime. You guys are just so.
You mean you didn't like Tyler
that if you? No.
But at that point, Mark, you gotta try something. And I think that's it.
We only have Tyler Roberts, mate. That's it.
I didn't.
We have Joffe.
I didn't think Rodrigo had that bad of a first half to be subbed out by Roberts.
No, when Roberts.
Rodrigo had a couple of kind of poor decisions and mistakes. He was making mistakes out there, but everybody was. But I don't think he deserved to come off at the half.
Count Chocula.
Anyway,
well, guys. Yeah, guys, we have an additional voice from Yorkshire who's sitting out in York right now. He's up. It is 3:08. It's 3:18 in the morning, and he stayed up to talk to us. He's part of the Ava crew. All vampires are we, staying up late to listen to the Stoop talk. Let's bring him on, everybody. You know him, you love him, Ben Ireland.
Ben,
how are?
Hey up, James.
What's going on, you cunt?
Yeah, you cunt. Listen, James took every word that I had to say out of my mouth. Every word. I feel for you, Jimmy, and I get your faith, Jimmy, but I'm with James on this one. Something needs to change. Either the players need to change, the system, or the manager. Something needs to change. I got down for watching my team get spanked 6-0, 7-0, 4-2. Whatever other scores we've been tonked this season, it's embarrassing.
Yep,
I agree.
I agree. I mean, I've never. I don't know. I mean, look. We lost at fucking Wednesday. We lost 6-0 at one point or so. I mean, at Hillsborough. I mean, we've had our moments, where we really stunk, but you shouldn't be this bad in the Premiership. I mean, the Premiership we shouldn't be this bad. And we're really bad. I mean, we're really bad.
Playing Leeds, licking the lips. Oh, we can score goals. We can beat these. Just, I don't know. I read a thing on Twitter the other day, and it really, really pissed me off. Was a Man United fan. Leeds United are our plaything, and we are.
Yeah,
we are their plaything. We got a 0-0 last season. Other than that, we're minus 10 goals on them in 3 games. It's fucking embarrassing. I'm sorry. I'm not signing down to watch. I knew we was going to get beat today, and I said to my mum this morning, I said, it's about damage limitation. And the way they gave up with 10 minutes to go cost 3 goals. That's 3 goals that could be vital at the end of the season.
Goal differential, man. We're fucked. So I mean, we have to remain out of the bottom 3 on points because goal differential isn't going to work. I mean, we are really fucked.
People say he's genius, and in some ways I can see it, but doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is madness.
Yes, I agree.
Change the system.
Have you been on Leeds United New Orleans today? Because we've had the same discussions, man. Like all of us, we've been an absolute.
Take away the man marking and just press as a unit.
Exactly.
So let me just make this comparison of two clubs that one I know you guys absolutely hate, and the other one I'm not exactly sure how you feel about, but Chelsea.
We hate them all.
Chelsea.
We fucking hate them, mate.
Chelsea and Wolves. Chelsea were having issues with Frank Lampard. They bring in Thomas Tuchel. What is the first thing he did? Was he said, "Fuck the goal scoring. Let's just not give up any more goals," and they focused on that, and that's what turned them around. Wolves. Bruno Lage comes in and says, "Fuck a goal. Let's get 0-0 draws the rest of the year, and we're fucking fine." And you know what they did? They locked it down, and now they win games 1-0. So to me, you guys are always looking. Leeds United are like, if we win, we're gonna win 4-3. Like, knowing that you're gonna give up 3 goals, and Meslier is a fantastic keeper. He's young. Makes mistakes sometimes, but he's a fantastic keeper. He's kept a lot of goals out.
Every match.
But he's kept a lot of goals out.
I don't think he's having as good of a season this year as he did last year.
How can you, Mark? Jesus, how can you? So my question is, should we stop focusing on the
near post, man? The near post
murder ball pressing and focus on, hey, how about we get some clean sheets? Because last season when you guys went on a tear and you guys were winning in the month of death, those were all a bunch of clean sheets.
Right, can I ask you, right, and put yourself in. You own Leeds United. You're Radrizzani, right? You can see that we're threadbare with injuries. January comes along. You get offered Van der Beek. You go to Marcelo Bielsa. Marcelo Bielsa says no. At some point, you've got to say you're the owner of the fucking club, and you need players.
Yep.
Is that really what happened?
Oh,
that's exactly what happened.
Is that?
Yep.
We know that.
Yep.
We know that. Yeah. He runs the club, and look, I'm with James. I love what the guy's done for the club, what he's done, not just for promotion, but for the club as a whole. But he's not bigger than Leeds United, and a lot of fans.
My understanding was that it was just a rumor. Van der Beek was never coming to Leeds.
No.
Well, who knows? I just want to address this comment from Matthew Burgess, who says, "Yeah, but that's fat. Frank levels don't want to be a club that changes managers." I get that. I 100% get that, Matthew. But what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about changing managers. I'm talking about changing a focus. You guys go into every match going, we can put up 4 goals because we have to, because the way we play is high risk, high reward. But this season, it's like me betting on NHL in my bets. I'm like, yeah, I've got friends who watch NHL. They give me advice, and I go, yeah, $10 here, $10 here, $10 here. But I'm terrible at it. So the high risk, high reward has all been risk that I've been losing. So at a certain point, I've said, no more fucking betting on NHL. That's what I'm saying. I'm not finding a new manager for my betting account.
Exactly, right. I think, Bielsa, he's a top coach. Clearly a top coach. So surely, to get to that level, he must have more than one way and one system of playing football. So you've got to take into account, right? You've just got to have a bit of common sense and think, right, this isn't working. We're in trouble. Let's build from the back. Let's just change something.
Yeah.
I
remember like Sam Allardyce talking about playing Arsene Wenger, right? It was like, I always loved playing Arsene Wenger because Arsene Wenger had a system, and playing system managers
Exactly.
is easy. And, Allardyce is like, man, and if you look at Allardyce's record against Wenger, it was incredible. And with a lot of less talent. I mean, he played again. He fucking fucked up Wenger with less talent, and but a lot of it was because Wenger played a system. System managers only work for a small amount of time, and
because you can prepare for them weeks in advance.
Exactly. And now we have a year. I mean, now like managers have a year. Gaffers from other coaches. I mean, teams have a year to prepare for his system, Bielsa's system. So
Pep Guardiola, he's changed his system at Barcelona. He changed it at Munich. He's changed it at City.
Exactly.
He evolved.
You have to change. You have to be, yeah. It's
okay. So Ben, a little point of differentiation here.
Ben, we're gonna get together in Leeds and have a beer or what?
Yeah, let's hope it's not watching the championship, mate.
No, it's in April. No. You guys will still be up by then.
Yeah, I'll be there in April. I'll be there in April.
I'll be there for you, mate. Yeah, definitely.
So Mark was talking about the substitutions today. So the substitutions were Dan James, Rodrigo, and Cleach all came out. Tyler Roberts, Joe Gallard, and Jamie Shackleton went in. And there's some disagreement here, but Ben, before the show, I heard you saying that you thought they did better.
They did, yeah.
You thought they worked.
I'm not going to pick players out for poor performances today. Because it's the system that let us down. Click wasn't offering a great deal first half. He looked a bit lost. So I thought Roberts didn't play bad today. He didn't play great. But I just feel sometimes you've got to, he didn't buy players because we've got youth players that are apparently good enough. So why not play him? Lewis Bate, give him a go. He sat on the bench looking pissed off today. Now, he left Chelsea. He was on the fringes of Chelsea's first team. Played a few games for him. If you're good enough to get in that team, surely you're good enough to get in ours.
Yes. And Kene, man. Kene in midfield.
Yeah. The substitutions, the last game, the substitutions worked. Today, they were a little bit more positive. I know he brought Roberts on. Everyone's like, oh, Roberts. It wasn't his fault today. I'm not going to pick on Roberts. But it wasn't the substitutions today. It was this system is just not working, and it's just. Look, Burnley beat Tottenham today. I don't think we can beat Burnley, but Tottenham 1-0 at home, like they did. I feel another spanking coming on at the weekend, and I don't want to go into my Saturdays feeling that with no optimism and no hope, and it's just killing me off, man.
I know. Yeah. I don't know, man. Spurs are in terrible form right now. Yeah, they beat City, but they're not in great form.
They own City right now. They own City, and they can't beat Burnley. Typical Spurs.
It doesn't make sense. But there's a lot about this season that hasn't made sense. Whether it be the Saudis buying Newcastle at the beginning of the season.
That makes perfect sense.
Or
Sandcastle. It makes perfect sense, Mark. You coined the phrase. Oh, Newcastle. Can we say what's up to some of these new guys in the audience who are talking here? Matthew Burgess, good to see you. Mark Harg, good to see you as well. Con Shea, love seeing you in here. I think he's out in New Jersey.
Just to address
CJ LS14. I just want to address that as well. It'll be perilous to lose Bielsa. Are we all talking?
I just want to apologize for not being I don't know, as articulate as I could be tonight. I am drinking.
You're perfectly.
I've been drinking.
You're exactly what we wanted tonight, James.
We missed you.
I know, but I'm going to say that this. It would be perilous to lose Bielsa. I'm sorry. No.
No, he's saying perilous right now. So what I'm asking you guys is, yes.
I'm not saying
none of us are saying if you're Bielsa out, we're not talking right now. We're talking in the summer, right?
Yes,
definitely. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Just to clear that up.
I don't think with the players we've got, anybody else could change it at the minute.
I agree, Ben. Yeah.
It's quality.
What's up, Mark?
There's a quality level at the minute between.
We're absolutely dross, Nate. Dross.
And the system's not working with the standard of player we've got at the minute.
No.
We need at least eight new players. At least 8 for me.
8 Nori? 8 Nori?
8 new
I agree with Ben. I agree with
What
Ben.
about 8 Nori?
I know. I'm just saying. You need 8. No, I just like that. Mark and I are just chilling out. Chilling out. Okay, go get a pint. So go ahead, Mark.
No, I don't think.
That's exactly it, Matthew. We've just.
I don't think that Leeds. I think they have a lot to worry about, but I think when it's all said and done, they'll be just fine. You know, I think there are teams that are.
Who do you think is going
worse?
Who's your bottom
Who do I think is going down?
Brentford is going down. To be honest,
I think Brentford is heading because they have run their race, and I thought they would get a lot better when they got Raya back, and they are not.
They did for the first half of Arsenal, but
he's not fit. He is not fucking fit.
I think it's between 5 teams myself.
Or in form, you know. So I do think Brentford goes down. I think Norwich goes down. And
yeah, he does have.
I don't know. Watford's not. Watford's not all that, man.
That did not work. All right.
You know, so maybe Watford.
For fuck's sake! For fuck's sake! Man.
And player 5 has entered the game.
Fight.
It's carnival time, man. It's carnival
time.
Just move your glance to the side.
He's keeping the right thing in focus. So, fellas, let me ask you, Leeds guys. Everybody keeps talking about the 5-year plan, the Rads and Bielsa.
5-year plan. Fuck it. Lennon had a 5-year plan too.
Does his 5-year plan include relegation?
Lennon had.
Did you just say Lennon had a 5-year plan?
Lenin had a 5-year plan. Stalin had a 5-year plan. They all sucked. Fuck the 5-year plan, dude. I don't even talk about the 5-year plan anymore. Fuck that.
So what happened to Mark? We lost Mark. So let me just ask you guys. But if it is a true 5-year plan, and is that Voodoo Ranger? Are you drinking Voodoo Ranger? No, what was that?
No, we need to kill. We need to kill the peasants if that's the case.
Oh, okay, so
I'm drinking Ingenious in Houston, Texas. Ingenious.
Oh, nice. So let me just ask you guys.
Houston.
Yeah.
All right.
Houston, we have a problem.
Fuck a Houston.
We have a big problem, Ben. Huge.
So the 5-year plan to me was never more evident than these 2 past transfer windows, the summer transfer window and the winter transfer window. What the 5-year plan to me was, do whatever you can to stay up the first season, flail about the second season without spending a dime, get to the third season, then we show that we're an established club in the Premier League, then we can start spending money, then we can sell a player like Rafinha or somebody who has shown themselves to be worth a shit ton of money, hopefully Rodrigo, people like that, even Tyro. So year 2 of this 5-year plan was always going to be shitty.
Does the 5-year plan...
Am I reading this wrong?
Yeah, but I think we talked about this earlier.
Good luck, Mark.
Relegation.
And it's really high risk. I mean, it's high risk, right?
That's what you play is high risk, high reward.
But I mean,
the thing about plans is plans fuck up.
I just don't think that's a wise way to do it. I mean, I never thought that'd be wise.
Your hand down.
I'm sorry,
Mark. The hand up doesn't work with this crowd.
I'm gonna ask,
especially when they're talking Lennon 5-year plans.
Let me ask a question.
Now I need another beer.
How can you have a 5-year plan when you have a manager that will only sign a 1-year contract?
They've got backups that they talk to backups every season just in case he doesn't. They're prepared for that.
and someone that can come in and actually succeed.
Fucking Mark dropping math bombs.
Does this 5-year plan?
Fucking Mark. Yeah, man. Good question.
Does this 5-year plan account for us going back down? Does it fuck?
No.
No. They're going on about we're worth 450 million. The 49ers taking over whenever they do this, that, and the other. But we're not worth 450 million if we go back down again.
No. And then the 49ers are going to pull out.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, they're gone. And I think a lot of it's contingent, right? A lot of the investments contingent. A lot of the 49er investments contingent. I think Rafinha apparently has like a 26 million euro buyout clause if we get relegated.
And that is cheap for him. If Chris Wood got 25, are you fucking kidding me?
Still profit, isn't it?
So I think that's one place we don't want to be. Wow. I mean, look, after spending 16 years in the fucking wilderness, wandering like the fucking Jews of old, it wasn't good, mate. It wasn't good. No. I don't want to go back there.
So guys,
can you imagine the away crowds as well if we go back down? It's
oh God.
So
you guys have the cavalry is coming. I mean, you got Calvin Phillips coming back in a week, and you got Cooper coming back in a week. I mean, these are some really great additions.
Cooper's going to make a difference. For fuck's sake,
performing great when Bamford and.
I don't think Cooper's had that bad of a season.
He's not going to make a difference.
He's not.
Against it may have been only 3-0
rather
than 6. Is that a difference?
Ben,
is that a difference? Does that make that loss a little more palatable?
Spawning. Ben, I remember when I lived in Leeds. I remember playing Grimsby Town. Fucking Grimsby. I was like, what in the fuck? Grimsby? Where in the fuck is that? It's such a
that's like England's word
sounding town.
That's England's biggest shithole is Grimsby.
I hate to say it, and no offense to any Grimsby supporters, but Grimsby sounds more like an adjective of yeah, man, I struck out all night, but I went home with this one Grimsby chick.
That's probably
you've
nailed it.
I went home with her and did the Grimsby,
and then I started scratching.
She was looking at me all Grimsby like.
Yeah,
people in Grimsby know that Grimsby is the biggest dossal in England.
Yeah,
it's like poverty heaven. I swear to God.
Oh my God! But I remember
stink of fish, and all the locals have 6 fingers and webbed feet. Jesus, Jimmy. Hello, ladies.
Wow.
I can't wait to play Wickham next year. That's going to be fantastic.
Guys.
Not going down.
To me, the biggest, the most upsetting, the most upsetting thing tonight that I saw in the match was not goal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. It was the Dan James tap-in that he missed, and Rafinha, who was way offside, tapped in and got up and grabbed the ball, and the look on his face was, for fuck's sake, in a Brazilian accent. For fuck's sake.
He looks like he's had enough.
He was like...
He does look like he's had enough.
He's had enough. He's had enough. He's looking like... he's
not wanting to be there, and I've been talking about that for a while.
And he's watching Liverpool. He's watching Luis fucking Diaz. He's watching Luis fucking Diaz start for Liverpool, going, "I'm better than you," and they're saying you're brilliant.
That's not by design. That's by necessity. I mean,
I think if Rafinha's
Luis Diaz looks fantastic, but he's in a fantastic system. He's in a fantastic system.
If Jota is healthy, does he get the start?
The way he's playing.
But he
my advice
wouldn't
to you
have been
is to start
playing.
drinking heavily.
I am.
I mean, it's Jota's injury that opens the door for Luis Diaz. Even though he's signed, he wasn't signed to start right away.
I
But then
personally think-
Jota gets hurt, and so all right, here you go, buddy. We kind of wanted to get you into the system, and Luis is like, no, I got this, dude. Say,
Oh, Matthew
he's been
Burgess,
sick.
I don't agree. Matthew Burgess, I don't
tomorrow
agree with that.
morning. Rugby tomorrow morning, man. Egg ball.
I think he goes to Spain, Rafinha. That's where I think he ends up. I don't think he'll go to a Premier League club. I think City don't need him. Liverpool have just signed Diaz. I don't think Man United need him. And I can't see him.
Man United are playing Pokemon. They would take him if he was available.
And I can't.
They're just gotta collect them all.
Who's that?
Rafinha.
I think he goes Barcelona personally.
Barcelona.
No, they can't. They can't use him.
They can.
Atletico Madrid.
They're looking at him, so we see. But yeah, I just think out of the English
Listen,
clubs, there's only
any one of the top English clubs would take him right now. He's just a game changer and he's a baller. But
put him on West Ham.
Does he want to go and look at Liverpool?
Yeah,
look at City,
put him on West Ham.
Man United. They've all got abundances of wingers. Man United have just spent money on Sancho. City just spent 100 million on Grealish, and they've just bought Diaz. They don't need wingers.
You think Pep wouldn't tell Jack Grealish to fuck off for Rafinha? Come on.
I don't think Pep wanted Grealish personally.
He didn't at all. He wanted Chelsea to not have him. He wanted Man United to not have him. The same reason Man United bought Ronaldo.
I'm sorry, I just bought a prostitute.
Ooh, Grimsby was voted the worst place to live in England.
There's a pop-up, and I just pressed yes, buy, and it was a prostitute.
Yes, bye.
So you're in the Manchester United way of getting players. It just popped up, so they bought it.
Send around, man, when you're done.
Where do we go from here?
I know. Well,
is it happy hour already? Is this happy hour?
Kind of taking that tone of happy hour.
So, guys, can I get your final assessment?
I'm going to be in Leeds in April. Who is ready to get fucked up with me, man?
I'm there, James. I promise you, my brother. All
right. White Lots.
And all the whores in Yorkshire ran away.
We're gonna fuck some people up. Fuck some Chelsea people up. We're gonna fuck those Chelsea motherfuckers.
We are starting a GoFundMe to get James out of jail.
Make sure you sharpen your 50p pieces on the sidewalk.
They've got a massive police station at Ellen Road now as well.
So anyway, this is Lolo. So my first time at Leeds watching a match was against Wolves. And I saw a guy on the sidewalk, and I saw him just rubbing something on the sidewalk. I'm like, "What are you doing, mate?" He's like, "Oh, I'm sharpening up my 50p piece." And he had a 50p piece, and he had it like a throwing star. So you can sharpen up the 50p pieces because you know how they are, right? They're all like what?
Yeah.
On or whatever.
Edges on them,
so you make them like a throwing star, and so he was sharpening it up. I was like, "All right, that's good." The next bit of advice that came to me was when horses.
Wait, that was advice?
Yeah, sharpen up 50p pieces. And the next bit of advice was when horses charge at you, make sure you stand your ground because horses don't like to run people over, so they'll turn to the side. I'm like, really? I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I've actually had to worry about charging horses.
No.
But I was at an away match, my first away match.
And 3 weeks later,
you know what, James? That just makes me think. If you're at an away match and playing Chelsea, and all the Leeds fans are sharpening their 50p, the Chelsea fans are like, "Oh, that's brilliant!" and they take out a $20 note. And they start trying to sharpen it like a bunch of fucking stupid.
3 weeks later, James was head of the service crew.
Oh, I knew,
absolutely.
I knew service crew people. It was fun. It was fun back in those days. It was crazy, man. I mean, I miss it. I kind of miss it because running for your life, man. I mean, like every match was this really intense moment. It was just really cool.
James in April is gonna start the not the Peaky Blinders, the 50p blinders.
Dude, and darts. Always have the darts ready as well.
Always have your darts. Yeah.
The over 50.
Oh man.
The over 50. The over 50p.
If you're gonna throw a bottle, you might as well piss in it, aren't you? Okay.
Oh, piss balloons. Piss balloons.
Oh.
I like piss balloons.
Well, CJLS14 says, I hope we get a result against Spurs on Saturday. I'll be there at Ellen Road. You guys play Spurs on Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, good. They're easy points.
The one hopeful thing is, touch wood, we've not lost 3 in a row under him yet.
No.
Well, you fucked that up by mentioning that.
No.
Yeah.
No, look.
Yeah, you jinxed us now, mate.
No, I don't believe it.
All football is based on this show, right? No matter what we say. Out of the 11 people watching, one of them is the football god.
Look, I'm sorry for my negativeness tonight if you don't agree, but something needs to change. It really
No, Ben, I'm in complete agreement with you, mate. I mean, you and I are completely copacetic, man. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that, we have hit a point where if something doesn't change soon, we're in big trouble.
Big trouble.
Big trouble. And let me tell you something. Anybody who thinks that after today that, we're still safe, everything's okay, dude, you got to fucking check yourself, man, because let me tell you,
you can't expect.
There's no way
these 6-0s and these 4-2s are not knocking the players' confidence. It doesn't have an effect on them. Of course, it does.
No, exactly. You live in York, right? Don't you live in York?
Yeah.
Oh, what a great town that is, man.
Yeah, man.
I love that place. Oh, well, I'm taking my brother there. My brother's never been to York, I'm taking him there.
I'll show you around.
Leeds.
I'll show you around if you want. I'll show you some.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah,
Well, Brew York. So I have a really good friend who works at Brew York.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
The brewery there.
Brewery, yeah, just on Toff Green there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a really good mate of mine works there. Yeah.
Oh, cool, man. Cool.
But guys, I gotta say, when we're looking at the bottom of the table, you look at Liverpool just played Burnley and they won 1-0. Liverpool played Norwich and Norwich scored a goal. 3-1.
No, Jimmy,
it's.
I'm just reading the comments. Look, I made some very unpopular comments today on Leeds United New Orleans. Some very unpopular comments.
I tweeted.
I came out and essentially said that we need to start looking for an alternative as far as our, management team, because this is not working. You can't have man marking when the
do you know what went through my head?
When you don't have the talent to man mark. It's kind of like basketball. For those of you kind of like in basketball works when man marking works in basketball when you have the talent to do that. Otherwise, you got to play zone, man. If you don't have the talent, you got to play zone. You got to cover up for your deficiencies. And right now, we have a lot of deficiencies, and it's really difficult. It's tough. After this, I'm going to listen to John Denver, by the way. Probably, thank God I'm a country boy. I'm just saying.
Well, through my head after the game today, and it was like when we had one of our last owners was Massimo, and we had this saying, "Time to go, Massimo," and I replaced that Massimo with Marcelo in my own head, and it pained me to do it, and I messaged Lolo. It's time for Bielsa to leave, and it is. And
absolutely.
I've been behind him every minute of the way, and
we're just gonna take a look at some of these comments that James made. Leeds is bigger than Bielsa. Remember that. Waffle. If you don't know what waffle means, then you're not a fucking Leeds fan, so fuck off. James also said, embarrassing. Embarrassing. And then he gets a, get a grip, guys. Really? Embarrassing? Did you watch the game?
I did watch the game 4.5 years ago, but we're not 4.5 years ago.
Firpo, man of the match. I'm calling it.
That was me. Yeah.
Was that just after the yellow card?
And then we say, James, who cares? The team is in disarray.
I don't think Firpo played that bad after the yellow card.
I think he tightened up really well and
So he got stuck in.
was able to continue playing defense despite the yellow card. He tightened up.
Here's what pisses me off, right? We've got a man-for-man system, and it happened tonight, and it happened against Man United, where the tallest player is marking outside the box on corners. Fucking swap your man.
I know.
Yeah.
There he is, John Denver. There he is.
Look at him, fucking hell.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
You've had a right rant tonight, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, it's either that or listen to fucking Joy Division. And you know what?
That's not a bad choice either. At that late, but
Curtis. Thank you.
But I tell you all what, we're hitting about the 51.5 mark, and I think I'm going to get subbed out.
No way.
It's been a long day for me. I have no idea. You'll be a man down.
Who's coming in?
Okay, John, do we happen to have a?
I'll come in.
Yeah, John, get in here. Bring in some leads.
There you go.
Hey, John, do we have a
our fun stuff?
Do we have a sponsor tonight or no?
I'll have to look into that.
Okay, good.
We was on a down
guys.
at the beginning tonight.
For those of you that are watching, y'all know what to do. Subscribe, like, share, all the things. James, what a treat to have you on the show.
We're just gonna leave this stream running as long as they want to keep ranting.
I'm gonna.
You go. I'm gonna go pee.
Mr. Director, Lolo, we'll see you at happy hour tomorrow. I'm sure trivia will be a banger.
Tomorrow's at happy hour.
I'm gonna put.
Shit! Tomorrow's Wolves Arsenal. Arsenal Wolves. James, are we going to get our butt kicked? Are Wolves going to get sent home?
1-1.
I'm going for a draw.
Yeah, draw.
Yeah. I probably will end up with withdrawal. As a not getting my share of Arsenal points. Anyway, Mr. Director, thank you very much. I'm out of here, guys.
Spawning. No, don't leave. Don't leave yet. I just want to say something.
Okay.
You know what? As American football fans go, I am, look, you chose a side like Wolverhampton that, for fuck's sake, has really very little history. And let me tell you something, man. I respect
Are you kidding me? Very little history.
I respect that. I respect it. I really do. Because you could have chosen, you could have been a fucking scum supporter. You could have been
never
Tottenham or Bin Dippers, whatever. But you chose Wolves, and that's great, man.
I don't respect that. He was in the same.
Well, it certainly wasn't because of that sexy logo that they have.
Excuse me, Matt. You was in the same boat as Director John, and Director John chose the right fucking team. So no,
exactly.
Yeah, Mark hadn't met James yet.
Exactly.
Director John hadn't chosen until he met James.
Had I come on at the same time as James last season, I very well could have picked Leeds. Very well. Yeah. But anyway,
John wasn't impressed by any of our football talk until year 2 when James showed up.
Wolves, motherfuckers.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. They bring
good night, Mark.
To the Premiership. I'm sorry. They do.
All right.
They bring so little to the Premiership.
We do have a sponsor.
It's kind of like Brighton, you know? I mean, Brighton brings so little to the Premiership. I mean, if Leeds left the Premiership, that would be a huge loss. But if Wolverhampton or Brighton or, any of those clubs left the Premiership, no one would give a fuck.
They do all the time, James, and we don't even notice.
Right?
Now that he's gone, we can say that.
They bring nothing to the Premiership. They bring nothing.
So James,
Leeds,
Ben.
we bring passion. We bring real support. We bring we bring everything, man. I mean, Leeds is I just love that club, man. I love it. I love it so much.
Did anybody else's stream have Harry Kewell on it tonight? Because man, did
God.
That pissed me
Judas!
off. Put Harry Kewell on our stream, and it's like you don't have the right to talk about Leeds.
Yeah. Fuck you,
So
Harry
Lolo.
Kewell.
Harry Kewell was a player who played for Leeds. He played for Leeds one night in Galatasaray when two of our fans got stabbed to death, and then he went and signed for Galatasaray. So,
He went and played for Galatasaray, man.
Yeah,
Can you
imagine? I know, and you know what's crazy is I fucking know about this, and I don't. Yeah. Anyway, fellas.
So, in order, this ties into James's purchase that he just did a little while ago.
Oh, this is
okay. So, just to let you guys know, we got to take a quick break. We're almost at the hour mark. No, we just have to. We have sponsors, James. We're so famous these days. We have so many sponsors that I don't even know all of them. So they get thrust upon us. So, for example, here is tonight's mystery sponsor. On the Stoop mystery sponsor. Be careful, Lolo. It gets weird from here. Friends, are you low on energy and feel tired all the time? Having problems in the bedroom? Try our new Steam Fresh Sweet Viagra Peas. Lolo tested and approved. Hey, I got 2 kids. Full of all the necessary vitamins and mineral, these Steam Fresh Sweet Viagra Peas will keep you popping all night long. And you know what, ladies? He'll never know. So this is another reason why, guys, you need to make sure to eat your vegetables. You never know what's in them. Call now. Our pharmacists are standing by. Go to www.steamfreshviagrapeas.com /onthestupidlolo /James and Ben Ireland .com, and they will give you a discount. Or not know
let me tell you
what we're
something,
talking
man.
about.
As a person who has 10 illegitimate children, I will say that is fucking incredible. I love the peas. I love them.
Wait. They're illegitimate, but you just recognize them on national TV.
International TV.
Did I really?
Uh-oh. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, international TV.
International TV.
Now I'm in the poorhouse, man. Now I'm in the poorhouse.
Better to be in the poorhouse than the whorehouse.
I love the whorehouse, though.
What time is it in Orleans?
I've spent a lot of time in whorehouses, my friend. A lot of time.
Well, now that your 10 illegitimate children know about that as well, that works.
My life is one of absolute,
surprised you can remember it.
Problems.
So, guys, can I get your final thoughts on have you made up your minds? Is it Bielsa out this season?
At the end of the season, yeah.
End of the season, yeah.
I think he'll go anyway, personally, but I just feel he's took us as far as we can with this group of players. And unless he's prepared to get rid of some of them and bring in better players, then that's as far as he can take us.
Yeah, and at most he was going to last for one more year anyway.
Yeah.
So we might as well just
get it over.
I don't know. And figure out our direction now.
Look, it pains me to say it. It does. I love the guy. The guy is an absolute quality human being. He's a great guy. But I just can't watch this shit no more.
No. I mean, 6-0, 7-0, those type games are just not. I mean, I'm sorry. That's. I don't know. It's
hard to take, is what it is.
It is. I've never been in a situation where I've had to watch those on a regular basis, and right now I'm watching those on a regular basis.
Even when we went down the first time, and when we went down into League One, we weren't getting tonked like that. Well, there's some bad performances. Don't get me wrong, some awful performances, but
But I didn't have to watch those because there's no way to watch them here in the States. So it was, like League One. Let me tell you something, Ben. The only way that I was able to watch a League One match ever was when we entered the playoffs. Because other than that, you couldn't watch them.
No one wants to watch it. Exactly.
Yeah, no one to watch it. Yeah. But even though, at times when I watch the championship and I watch League One, it kind of reminds me of football back in the first division, 80s.
Yeah, proper football. Proper.
It was like a physical, just nasty type of game.
Yeah, not everything's analysed. You see, Somebody put it on earlier, a quote about the VAR era, and it's right. Everything's analysed, and it's just get on with the fucking game, man.
Yeah, it's like first division and championship were kind of like a pure form of football, like we saw way back when, like I said, back in the 80s when we're second division in the 80s. It was kind of the same thing, it was just a pure form of football, it was just a very physical, just, I don't know. It was good to watch. I like
footballers like today. I hit my thumb with the hammer, and don't get me wrong, but I just flinched it off. Blew it a little bit. A footballer gets tapped, and it's so embarrassing the way they go down and roll around and scream. And it's like, if somebody punched you, is that what you'd do? Do you know? It's just ridiculous. And referees, they should be booked for that shit, just for the exaggeration alone. To try and get somebody else booked, or it's just ridiculous. It's poison.
Well, see, I agree with you, Ben, on that. Where I think a referee should be allowed to say, yes, it's a penalty, but you get a yellow card for being a twat.
Yeah, for being a fucking pussy.
Because that wasn't that fucking bad. It wasn't that. Yes, it was a foul, and you get a penalty.
For being a Bruno Fernandes.
They have that in hockey.
Yeah, so if you do kind of, do something where it is a little bit of a penalty, but the player embellishes it, he gets 2 minutes also. It's rarely called, but it's called.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm like.
So watching, grown men roll around on the ground.
No.
So guys, just.
Your leg is pointing one way and your body's pointing another.
Your sound's gone funny, James.
Yeah, your sound has gone funny, James. I don't know why. It'll work itself out. But let me ask you guys, if you are saying Bielsa needs to leave this summer, what is your dream scenario? Who is it that you think could take you the next steps that you need to go? Do you have anybody in mind, or do you have a type? What is the type of manager that you need?
Someone like Simeone, for me, somebody who battles.
That's defense. He's all defense.
I'm not bothered about whether it's defense or attacking, to be honest.
You come Wolves, and you bitch about Wolves all the time.
Fucking watching Madrid ain't like watching Wolves. Wolves are fucking awful to watch. I'm sorry, they get results, yes, but they're just fucking awful to watch. I watched Madrid tonight, out of corner of one eye on other telly, and it's just their attitude of the way they battle for the ball, the way they fight for each other. I appreciate it. We need somebody that's a pressing manager in my eyes. But I haven't thought that far ahead, to be honest. I just summed everything up tonight and just it's a point where I've had enough.
Well, it's what's kept me from saying Arteta out, because I have no better. I have nothing to offer as a solution.
I mean, they're throwing a lot of names around, and they do every year. But this year more than any, we've had a lot of names thrown about, and some good managers have been put forward. We'll just have to see.
Jesse Marsh from New York Red Bull.
New York Red Bull.
Jesse Marsh was manager of New York Red Bull, and then they took him over to Leipzig and Salzburg.
Oh, so he's part of the Red Bull network, then, yeah.
But he's a young man. I mean, when I was in New York, when I was living in New York, he was playing for New York Red Bull.
James, I'm not sure what's up with your internet or your whatever, but it sounds like you're in the cups. Is what it sounds like. Well, I know, but now your audio sounds like it's in the cups. Did you put it in the cups? No. 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 It's an internet thing then.
Is that better?
That's better. Yeah, they're in the cup.
That was actually better. Yeah.
Somehow that's better. Yeah, just show us your crotch and talk from there.
Oh, you fucking...
Yeah, give us your face. Now it sounds better. Matthew Burgess says someone to organize generally, but also play offensively. Boring games with no intent, win or lose, no thanks.
I just want to I just want results. I don't care about
ability. Yeah.
So if they said Frank Lampard, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is up for the job, would you guys back Ole?
No, I'd start supporting fucking cricket or some shit like that.
Ben, I'll see you at Headingley, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Get pissed and just watch cricket.
We'll just get pissed and watch cricket. And then go to like fucking Woodies and all and get even more pissed.
Tetley's.
I know. Oh yeah. So anyway, what is the pub right near Headingley Cricket Grounds? It's right on Headingley Road.
Fucking, I haven't been there for
really
years. Jimmy, man.
I know, right? I haven't been either.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Fucking hell. I haven't been to Headingley for about 20 years.
I know. We're gonna go, mate. We're gonna do like a pub crawl.
Definitely.
It's gonna be ugly.
I'm gonna end up.
I'm gonna end up at least like 2
original oak.
Bitches.
The original oak. Oh dear me. Yeah. So moving on.
I hope you're not married. Are you married?
I'm a fuck. No, I don't do
things
good. Like that.
All right.
No kids, just me.
Good. Because otherwise, you'd be getting divorced after hanging out with me.
No, don't worry about that. None of that to worry about.
That's the only reason we don't let James come to Brooklyn. It's like Mark and I would be kicked out on the street, and I'd be like, "Welcome back to the Stoop," and my wife would come out and be like, "You don't get out of here with a broom. This isn't your Stoop."
I know. I need another beer.
Well, fellas, this has been a lot of fun.
Don't leave.
Okay, I guess when the master says we're not leaving, we're not leaving. Okay, we're going to keep talking Leeds United football. This is going to be a 4-hour show.
You going to grab a beer?
Me?
Yeah.
If anything, I have to pee or vomit, like boot and rally or something.
It's carnival time, man.
I didn't drink yet, so I'll crack one open if you're going to crack one open.
It's carnival time.
Crack one open.
It's carnival.
I'm on number 5 of a 6-pack here.
How's your knee, Lolo?
You know what? The more I drink, the better it feels.
Right?
Well, the less it feels.
Is it still causing you problems?
No, I worked a whole day today. I was out on the street. I was shooting a show for Netflix Spain,
nice.
which they call Netflix. But yeah, so I was out actually in front of Trump Tower or Trump. What do they call it? Trump Tower, yeah.
Whatever
it's called. So we were out there filming, and we're filming just these like static shots of people walking by and all that, and then at one point, Trump walks out, and starts like this, and we're filming this for like this Netflix show that's going to be coming out, and I'm like, oh my god, don't stop rolling, and then we realize it's an impersonator, but in our shot, you can't tell. Like, it's such a wide shot. He's tiny like this, and I'm like, they're gonna use this. They're gonna use this and have Trump there. What's up, Gary? Look at Gary. What happened to 30 minutes? We invited some Leeds fans who are drinking, and it's Mardi Gras, so fucking happy Mardi Gras.
Cheers.
Happy
Cheers,
Carnival,
James.
man.
Cheers, fellas. But yeah, I was outside standing all day, so my knees a bit wrecked today, but it's feeling better the more I drink. So.
Oh, dude. Well, tonight, I gave the parades a miss tonight because I was so pissed after watching Leeds that I gave the parades a miss. But tomorrow night I watch the parades. We have 3 parades tomorrow night, so then 3 parades on Friday night. Bunch of parades on Saturday, Sunday.
As far as Mardi Gras goes, James, I always enjoyed the earlier parades, the smaller parades.
Yeah.
The bigger ones, they get to be like too many tourists and people like that. Like, I love getting shit-faced when there's like, when it's the smaller parades and you see the people put their heart and soul into the floats.
And now, the thing is, Ken Charles basically put all the parades on one route. So which is
nice.
That Napoleon St. Charles route.
Yep.
So these are like our big. It'd be like I don't know, like Headingley, Woodhouse. I mean, it's kind of like not Woodhouse Lane, maybe, but like Headingley. I don't know how to describe it in Leeds terms. Maybe I don't know, but anyway, it's a like hedgerow, maybe like hedgerow.
Ben, you working in the morning?
Yeah, something like that. Anyway,
it is the morning for Ben, by the way.
It is.
But James, I used to live on Napoleon, right above Claiborne.
So right now you would be on the parade route.
No, yeah, they all used to set up. So in the morning we would wake up with our coffee and our joints and walk out, and everybody's already set up drinking, and we would just hang out like in our robes, drinking with people at like 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning.
And your whores.
And the whores that were kicking out to get the new ones.
Not banter around the, come on. We all love the prostitutes.
Yeah, man.
I love Amsterdam.
We all love the prostitutes. As James say, that is the new sticker that is available on thestupidlolo.com.
John,
we all love the prostitutes.
I know. I'm not a good person, John. I wish I was better, but I'm really not.
You've strayed.
I know. I strayed. I tried, man. Are you a former priest? Because let me tell you something, man. I need somebody to say something for me.
You're forgiven for all your sins.
Thank you.
Bless you, Father. Here, there's a priest that'll say something. Drink.
Well, they have more sins than I do. He have more sins than I do. They're like
he without sin cast the first stone.
Yeah, the priests are doing all sorts of shit. Anyway, all right.
We're not going anywhere, James. We're here.
You told us to stay here, so.
Because this one's almost done. I'm going to have another one in 2 seconds.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah, and I can't leave this lonely guy on the 6-pack ring.
Who is that?
Of this 8% beer that I've been drinking a 6-pack of.
But so she's basically taking the parade routes and kind of condensed them. So now it's basically just that Napoleon St. Charles route.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, I don't like it because I used to like when the parades ran by me on Magazine. So there's a road called Magazine. It's a big road. I live right off Magazine, like a block off Magazine. So the parades for Mardi Gras ran right by my house. And now everything's kind of changed because the mayor's decided that we don't have the police force to do
So they've scaled it down a bit.
Yeah, so we had to scale it down because we have millions of visitors here, man. I mean, it's crazy.
It's massive.
The people here right now.
It's worldwide.
I mean,
thing.
Dude, there are people from all over the world right now in New Orleans. And, you just gotta, I don't know. It's crazy.
but it's fun, I'm sure.
Oh, I bet it is.
It's good time.
Over here. Yorkshire's pretty boring, to be honest.
That's not true. I mean, come on, Ben. I had a lot of time in Yorkshire, man. A lot of good times in Yorkshire.
Yeah, but you was young. You was young.
But James, do you agree with this? I tell people, anybody who wants to visit New Orleans, I say, do not go for Mardi Gras. If this is your first time, do not go for Mardi Gras. Go for Paddy's Day. Because Paddy's Day, you can have a Friday night that is a normal Friday night New Orleans. Right. But Saturday is Mardi Gras. And Saturday is Magazine Street. They throw whole cabbages at your face. They throw potatoes. They throw enough stuff that you can make an Irish stew. Literally whole cabbages at your head. Yeah. They throw bags of carrots. They throw potatoes. They throw everything. There's a line of old Irish dudes wearing kilts, and women go up to kiss them, and parents send their daughters and go kiss them. Go kiss them. It's like, why would you send your daughter to go kiss all the... Anyway, you have a whole day...
The Irish Channel. It's called
it's the Irish Channel. Yeah, right there.
Well, I'll give having cabbages thrown at me a miss.
No, it's fun. It's fun because you're paying attention and somebody next to you isn't, and you go, whoop, and they're like knocked out, and you go, that's my cabbage, bitch.
I'm that guy that
I'm making some slaw.
Yeah, I know. I love
beer time.
Yeah. I mean, this time of year, man, is crazy. So, I mean, like I said, tomorrow night we have 3 parades. So we have like Muses that does, Ben. They do like
Muses, the shoes.
They do the shoes. They decorate. It's an all-female parade, and they decorate shoes. So I'm hoping that someone has decorated a Leeds United shoe. I don't know. Maybe I'm
that's
expecting. Brilliant. Maybe I'm expecting too much. I mean, like you know,
might be.
Yeah, like, give me a Leeds United shoe. A Leeds United shoe. You fucking
Well, you just got to get them to do it.
Get him a pair of them little fucking Aldi little fucking shoes. Yeah, they're blue, yellow, and white, aren't they?
I know.
Oh, what does Gary have to say?
He said, when I was in college, we went to Mardi Gras many times. Best part of driving there? Road trip were the best. 8-hour drive with multiple stops. In parentheses.
Quotations.
No, thank you, John. Quotations.
Because let me tell you something, man. Those fucking grammatical.
Let me tell you, one of my best Mardi Gras experiences was going out drinking all day, morning, of course.
A threesome.
Well, no, we're not telling those stories right now.
That's my best one.
Jesus.
Where's Mr. Thompson?
My best one is a threesome.
I was drinking all morning, and then at some point, I woke up inside a bathroom with carpet on the ground, like a fancy rug. And I woke up and I was like, oh, I'm feeling much better. I had clearly thrown up in the toilet, but I was like, okay, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. This is nice carpet for a bathroom. I walk out and it's a very quiet house that I'm in. And I'm just like, okay. And then I walk out and it is one of the row houses on St. Charles that I'm in. And I walk out, and the family that clearly owns the house turns around and all looks at me, and I just go, hi. And they're like, hey, you feeling better? You feeling better, baby? And I was like, I knew nobody. And then I spent the rest of the day drinking with that family who clearly let me go into their bathroom and pass out for a couple hours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then they were like, you feeling better, baby? Come on.
My parents were the same way. When I bring people in from like all over the place, I mean, I had friends visit me from England and everything else. And man, they would pass out, vomit, I mean, it was great. My mom was like, it's so sweet. You're
He's so sweet. He's
like,
so sweet. You need some red beans, baby.
Not really.
You need some red beans, baby. You be all right.
Red beans.
That's what Yorkshire's like, though. They'll take you in, they'll feed you, and then they'll send you on your way.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, like, I probably was.
That's why when I went there, when I moved to Yorkshire, it reminded me so much of the South, man, because just really nice people. Real nice people.
But that's the thing is, you got to realize I was probably peeing on the side of these people's house, they probably brought me into the bathroom.
I'm peeing,
and then I took a nap on their fucking $1,000 bathroom.
As well, innit?
I'm peeing right now, my friend, and it's a little bit uncomfortable.
Is it warm?
Yeah. No, I got a cup down here.
Right, boys. I'm gonna have to leave you because I'm at work.
Well, guys, we're gonna have to call it. We're gonna have to call it a day. It is 5 a.m. in Yorkshire.
Okay. Well, I'll be there in April. I'll be there in April, Ben. Ben.
Yeah, man, April. Definitely. I'll speak to you before then. Anyway.
Clear your calendar, my friend. Clear your calendar for all of April because it's gonna be some ugliness.
Happy days. Well, you, my friend.
All right, we're out of here.
God help.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you guys so much.
We all love Leeds.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Leeds.